Yo, what's up, guys? CJ right here. How you doing? Welcome back again to my channel. If you're new on my channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and also hit the notification bell so you get to be updated when I drop a new video. Alright, so today I'll be showing you guys how I made a Dutchavelli type of beats, Dutchavelli drill type of beats, and as you can see right here, we have a loop LPDUTCH, which I named the loop Dutchavelli, and some other things. Making a UK drill beat is not really that so hard like that. Most of the melodies and most of the priorities is on the melody. The drums could be a priority, and if the drums is a priority, then the melody is not to be a priority. Those are just the two major things. You don't necessarily need to focus on effects or vocal translation or anything. It's either the melody is as dope as anything or the drums is as dope as anything. One of them has to be basically dope, and if two of them are very dope, banger, you cannot make. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys every single thing I used on this beat. As you can see right here, we have some audios, some automation which I utilized in the beat, and some sounds I utilized as well. We have the kick, we have another kick. I make use of two kick, and this one we have a snare, another snare. We have an 808. We have hi-hats. We have uh, a crash. We have another hi-hat, a shakers, a clap, and a snare. That is everything. And if you notice, some of my sounds have already been added. I added some effects on some of them, like this one. It has a reverb. This one has a bigger reverb. They have a particular part where they have to play on the beat I produced. Alright, so without wasting much time, we're gonna start with the first sound, and our first sound is the loop. This is how the loop sounds like without nothing. Okay, let me just play it directly from down the channel rack. So this is how the loop sounds like. I'm gonna take out all the effects I imputed on the loop, so it sounds like this without no effects. Alright, so that is how the loop sounds like without no effect. And when I imputed all the effects, this is how it sounds. Okay, so that is the difference between the effect and without the effect. And if you didn't get the differences, I'm gonna show you one more time. So this is it with the effect. Yeah, and without the effects, it sounds this way. So that is how it sounds. I'm gonna put the effect back on. Then after getting this loop, I proceeded in making an open hi-hat and the drums together. So I'm gonna mute my masters, everything I added on my masters. Most times when I'm mixing, I either use my max loudness, I use some EQ, and I use my limiter. Sometimes when I make a beat, I basically use just my limiter on my beats because I don't want to use so many plugins to crash the feeling I have towards the beat. So I'm gonna play the loop, sorry. I'm gonna play the loop with just the drums, and I'm gonna show you my drums. This is how the drums looks like. It's just a simple UK drill drum pattern. I utilized two kicks because I wanted the kicks to be very heavy, and it sounds this way. Sorry, just with the drums only, it sounds this way. So I have different patterns of the drums. I have another pattern which is like this. I also have another pattern of the drums, which is like this. Okay, so if you notice, you will hear some background fills on the drums, which I just added. When you're hearing the beat in full, you're not gonna basically hear those background sounds and rolls, but it's very essential in your beat to add some fills and fill up in the production. So I'm gonna play the loop with just the drums and these open hi-hats. This is how the open hi-hat sounds. I added some crash and some clap which has a reverb, and another clap which has a lesser reverb. So this is how it all sounds, the loop with the drums and the hi-hats. So that is basically how it sounds, and if you notice, that's just a simple UK drill. So we're gonna move on to the next one, which is the adding of the hi-hats. Now everybody knows that the difference between a UK drill and a trap music is the pattern at which the hi-hat is counting. If it were to be a basic trap, it goes and if it were to be a UK drill, it goes the different pattern way. So I'm gonna play the beats right now for you guys with the hi-hat counting. I'm gonna show you guys the hi-hat counting, and this is how the hi-hat is like. Just a simple basic hi-hat count. I made sure the volume was not so loud that it was very low, because that is how I wanted my beat to sound like. So I'm gonna play the beats right now for you guys with the hi-hat included, as well as the open hi-hats and the clap. So this is how it sounds like. So that is how it sounds. And the next thing we're gonna be moving on to is the beat with the 808. Now there are ways at which you can make your 808 hit really hard. It's either you choose a good 808 that has been tuned, fine-tuned properly, or you could choose a whack 808 and fine-tune it to the way you want it to be. The 808 I use right here is already fine-tuned by some pack I downloaded online. So this is how the 808 sounds alone. So that's how it sounds. If you don't know why there's some slides in it, this is the slide. To make a slide on your beat, all you just have to do is select, click on it, then you double click on it, then you click on this and you click on accept. As soon as you accept, you notice this triangle, right angle triangle, I think it's left angle triangle, something on there, and your beat is gonna slide when it hits that particular note. Alright, so let's listen to the beats with the 808 included, and it sounds this way. Sorry, it sounds this way. So that is that for that. Then I have some backup hi-hat right here. This is a backup hi-hat. This is how it sounds like. I added this backup hi-hat because I wanted it to pop in at some point and I wanted it to pop out at some point, so that the melody and the flow of the beat is like different. It doesn't look just a straight line kind of type of beat and all that. So this is how it sounds like with the second background hi-hat. If you notice, you would hear the shakers in the background because I wanted the shakers to add a special feel. And if you listen to the hi-hat, there's some sort of velocity control which I did right here. If you could see it, this is it right here. So sometimes you have to play with your volume control, velocity as it's referred to in this place. You have to play with your velocity control to make it have this special feel, because you don't want to make the beat look like just like a machine. Yes, it was produced by a machine, but we're trying to create something that has the real human feel. Because if you could remember back in the days when music were played by real musicians, like were produced by real musicians, you would experience the exact feeling of the beat. That is why when I make my beats, I don't really put a lot of compressing effects and all that, because I still want the drums or the melody to still have that exact human feeling in it. Alright, so let's listen to the beat with this background hi-hat I added. It sounds this way. added a hi-hat roll, like something like a hi-hat counting that raises up, and this is how the hi-hat, it's like a roll for me. This is how it sounds like. I added a reverb in it. If you could hear it clearly, this is how it sounds like once again. Okay, so then I added a snare, another snare, just to make it a little bit punchy, a little bit hitting hard. This particular snare comes in at some point. It is not every single time it pops in, then pops out, then pops in, then pops out. This is how it sounds like with this snare. It sounds this way, like this. So basically that is basically everything in this particular UK drill that I made in Dutchavelli type of beat. And if you notice, the snare that was popping in was a little bit noisy, or how would I say, a little bit punchy than the normal snare which was always coming in at the drums. So I just made it so it would be noticeable and make it a little bit vibing. So this particular punchy snare comes in at the point which I want it to come in, and the rest are just hi-hats, crash, and some raises as well. And if you're looking at this automation right here, this automation, I utilized effecto in this automation. So at some point I want the beat to go very silent, and at some point I want the beat to be very clear and audible. And that will be all for this tutorial, and or let me say a preview. It's not necessarily a tutorial, but if you guys learned something, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you smash the like button, and make sure you drop a comment on this video. And all right, so basically, if you want to utilize this beat for maybe a freestyle, you want to rap, or you want to utilize the beat for a podcast or something, make sure you click on the link below to be able to download the beat from audiomack. How to download the beat from audiomack is when you get to audiomack, you're gonna see an icon, and written on the icon is gonna be buy, but it's not gonna be taking you to a purchase website. It's gonna take you to a website where you're gonna download it. Easy downloading. So guys, make sure you guys subscribe and support me by dropping a comment of what you think about this video. Dutchavelli type of beat, and if you feel it's not a Dutchavelli type of beat, just drop a comment. We all trying to learn something, and we all trying to grow together. Alright guys, peace out. CEEJAYBEATZ out of here. So before I leave, I'm gonna play the beat for you guys to listen to it. Alright.
It's CJ Beats.